What's up, everybody? I am Adam Frex. Uh, Welcome to the very first pregame show of Talking Dynasty. It's been a while since we've done this, so what I want to do is bring on my very first guest that we are going to have. I would like to welcome Jay Money. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, guys?
Oh, not much, man. So, pro- you know, we've had a few big games already. We played some of the best teams already. What's your feelings going into this game?
I mean, obviously it's going to be a tough game, but we finally got all our pieces back together on defense. I mean, what better team do you want to try it against than the Titans?
No, I absolutely agree. Well, especially with to see if our so I would say for the past few weeks that our defensive running game has looked better, stopping the run. It's
Oh,
looked better, especially compared to the first half of the first half so far of the season that we've played. This would be a great litmus test to see if that's actually been real or not. If that's been more so on the teams that are like, fuck it, we're not going to run the ball.
right. Yeah,
What?
it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. What's one of the what? So, what do you think is one of the keys for the Chiefs to get a victory today?
Uh, I think you got to. I think you limit Derrick Henry and you're good. You hold him to one touchdown and 100 yards. I think we could easily win.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree. So you think it's more so on the defense compared to kind of what the offense can do?
I mean, Well, obviously, we can't have the turnovers that we've been having against this team at this caliber. I think if we can play Mahomes ball on offense and our defense can, hang in there and make sure that we're not giving up 100 yards every half to Derrick Henry, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm more on the Chiefs have to score 35 plus points, and on top of
Oh,
that, not win the time of possession. Like I think that's one of the big things is that we're going to have to win the time of possession. So I haven't checked the injury report, and I know it's kind of coming down late to it. Do you know if Hitchens is playing or not? Have you seen
no,
that? No,
he's
he's not.
not.
Okay,
He's not.
so personally, I don't think that's a bad thing, man. So what that's going to do is get these. Well, it's to let these young boys kind of step into that role like a Willie Gay.
Right. Yeah, I think it's going to be a true test, but at the same time, I think it could also show coach what these young guys are capable of doing. I mean, Hitchens, he's all right, but I mean, let's be honest, he just leads the team in tackling. Why not try to, you know, move these young guys in and get them to where they're getting the tackles and they could potentially do more than just the tackling. I don't know. This could be a good test. I don't know. They keep saying every week, oh well, we're missing pieces. We don't like to use injury as an excuse, but we're missing pieces on our defense. So we'll see what happens. I mean, Charveris is back. Chris is playing. Chris is playing tackle too. On top of that, I think they're going to put Dana in there on the end with Clark. I don't know. I think we are figuring it out. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I can't think of another NFL team so far that's kind of had the schedule we've had so far, dude. We've had a
Oh, for sure.
fucking murderers row so far, dude. We've
Oh
literally
yeah.
played all the best AFC teams so far.
Right. And the fact that we've only lost what we've lost, it's like anything's possible. We could easily still make it. I mean, we still got, tough games against people in our division left, but other than that, I mean, we got maybe one or two more tough games after this and that's it.
Yeah, well, as far as like the elite of the elite or what they can be, I mean, we'll have. I mean, we'll see what like Dallas is. See if that's kind of a facade thing. We still have Green Bay, so it's kind of we still have some guys in the NF. There are teams on the NFC team that
Right.
it may be a tough go.
No,
So I mean,
I think Green Bay and Dallas are two teams that could, you know, break us for sure. But at the same time, I think it's going to be an offensive shootout. as long as our defense is able to step up and hold the the teams to, maybe 25 to 30 points, like you said, all we got to do is get over that 30 hump, and we could potentially win every single one of these games.
No, well, no, I'd agree. So I think that kind of with hell, even Green Bay, they had a tough time with Chicago last week, and Dallas had a really tough time with New England. There's definitely some holes in those teams. What they have right now is great quarterbacks, which is crazy for me. I never thought I'd call Dak Prescott like a top tier quarterback, but I definitely is. He's definitely put himself into that talk.
Yeah, and they got a real young defense too. And that Trevon Diggs on Dallas, he's got an interception, at least one interception on every game so far this year as a rookie.
Yeah, he has, but he's also given up like that last week. He had that pick six or something, and then turns around and gave up a fucking 75-yard touchdown. So
yeah,
he's a feast or famine guy. So it's one of those things to where it's he'll definitely get him. It's very Marcus Peters like.
Right. I think it's just because he's still young. He's still learning the NFL compared to college type thing. I mean, I think anything's possible. But if you got that many interceptions already this year, there's a great chance that he's going to be one of the top cornerbacks in the league, I think. I mean, if he can figure out the rest of that, and usually the rest of it you learn from your coaches. So I think anything's possible.
No, I definitely agree with that. I'd rather have a guy who's willing to, that when he takes those chances that within the first fucking 6 games, every game you get a fucking interception. So I mean, you can't really beat that. So does the Chiefs corners or Chiefs secondary scare you any kind of going up against Ryan Tannehill and AJ Brown and Julio? And
I mean, now that I don't hate Sorensen, but now that Thornhill is back there, I think it's a better look. And Sorensen playing the guy in the back, just playing the safety that comes up and lays hits on people, right. 15% of the snaps on off or defense. I'm okay with Sorensen playing that role. But playing every down, I think he's a little old for it, or he's not fit for it anymore. I don't know what it is, but
I would say he's never been a cover safety, man. He's in the box kind of safety. You don't want him even covering the tight end for too long. Like maybe the second tight end. You don't want him covering that elite tight end in the league. But maybe a little bit of coverage as tight end, kind of keeping him short in the box safety, kind of having him play his head down. The problem is when you have him out on the field too much, you start to expose what he is as a safety, kind of his limitations. So it's just, especially here this year, dude, we've had him as the deep safety for that way we can let Tyrann Mathieu kind of do his thing, which I get, but it's been at a detriment to the rest of the team, kind of letting Tyrann do his thing, when honestly, if you're going to have Tyrann Mathieu and Sorensen on the field, you need Mathieu playing that center field, go get the ball, make sure nobody gets behind him, because Sorensen's never been that guy. He's been a special teams and plug and play guy.
Right. Yeah, I definitely think they got that figured out finally. I mean, I don't know. Like, this is the worst defense I've seen from Spags since he's been here. Like, to give up 7 yards a play average is just astronomically the opposite end of where we want to be. Like, I don't know. I'm not a professional coach in the NFL, so I can easily say that.
Hold on, dude. Like, you've been talking to Lee way too fucking much. Like, you don't have to be a professional coach to watch film on shit and to see how shit breaks down. And obviously, it's not all Dan Sorensen.
No.
I've actually heard this conversation a couple times that these guys that are coaches, they get paid millions for a reason. Just shut up and let them do their job. Yeah, but you don't have to be a coach to be able to have a viable opinion.
Right. No, for sure. And I think Spags is falling away from being on this team for very much longer. But, I mean, we got the pieces. I think he's just got to plug them in the right place. He's got to find the aces for their spaces type thing. You know what I mean? Like I think we got the squad. He's just got to play him at the right spots, and he's got to make the right calls. Like obviously having Sorensen as your deep guy, it's just not going to work. So I think he's figuring it out. I mean, Charvarius Ward being out, Chris Jones being out. I don't know. My biggest concern personally, though, is this pressure on the quarterback. Like it has been non-existent this year. I
Uh,
just
yeah, we have as a team, we have 7 sacks as a team, which is last in the NFL. So it's definitely that's definitely like kind of one of the literally Michael Dan has been the one who's been getting most of the pressures, and it's not been like, oh, he's been knocking the world out, like kind of getting pressure. It's just he's been a consistent, solid player. It is that because we haven't had Clark and Jones at this, or Frank Clark and Chris Jones at the same time, and having really having those three and bringing Chris Jones back in on the inside, which I think kind of gives us our best like 4 with Reed, Jones, and Dana and Clark on the outside. Hopefully it gets us back to where we can actually get pressure, double digit 8 to 10 pressures a game on the quarterback.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. It just seems. I mean, like I said, we got all the guys. We got the weapons. It's just a matter of calling the right plays at the right time and, obviously getting off the field when it really matters. If we could do that, then I think we could possibly, win the rest of our games easily. But we got to play together as a team. And, I mean, I get Matthew throwing his hands up when he's upset because someone gives up a big play. But I guess during the press conference, Thornhill said that that's just his way of wearing his heart on his sleeve, and I guess as long as all his teammates understand that, then I'm not against it. But the first time I seen that, I was like, man, you're supposed to be the leader, and you're sitting here, throwing these guys under the bus on TV. Like, what's up, bro? Come on.
Yeah, but it's kind of one of those things, and like a time, kind of a team, man, and team camaraderie is just kind of when a guy is a leader like that, you learn his personality. Right. Some guys can kind of get away with that, where it's just like, he's also earned it to ask what his teammates like, bro, what the fuck you doing? The problem is kind of doing it in the public eye of everybody. So,
right.
It's kind of the same. It's kind of what you're going to get with Matthew.
Right. He said Thornhill said it fires everybody up though when Matthew does that. I mean, obviously, if I'm the guy getting punked, I don't feel the same way, but it is what it is. I mean, I like Matthew as a leader. I think he's a great leader, and I think they kind of need to just chill on him doing whatever he wants to. I think they need him back in the safety position or Thornhill. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I think it's gonna be. I think we got a great squad now with Charvarius coming back. We still don't have DeAndre Baker. I think that kind of hurts because I think he's going to be one of our better where you rotate the cornerbacks, one of our better rotation players. And I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I definitely think that injuries have hurt us quite a bit this year. But like Coach says, you can't use injuries as an excuse. It's next man up mentality. So
no, that's absolutely true. So do you think Mahomes and like, I don't want to say and Andy haven't been on the same page, but
I think it's more of I think Andy trusts Mahomes more, and so Andy's chain is a lot looser on Mahomes. Therefore, Mahomes kind of just does whatever he feels. He's a playmaker. He tries to make plays too many times sometimes, like sometimes you just got to learn how to eat it. And it seems like hasn't done that this much this year. So we'll see. I'm sure, Andy's great at coaching them up and telling them, hey, we got to chill out with these wild goose throws in the middle of the air. We got to just eat the plays that we are going to lose no matter what, and then move on, make the next play happen, So I think it's just a matter of coaching and getting Mahomes back into that mindset of, you can't win every play. I can't hear a word you're saying. It says you got your mic muted. There you go. Nope. I still don't hear you.